What happens when a newborn's fight for survival begins before she even takes her first breath? When the world she is yet to see is already a battlefield? A tale of tragedy and despair unfolds with the story of baby Sabreen. In southern Gaza, an Israeli airstrike targeted a residential complex hosting the al-Sakani family. Sabreen's mother, 7.5 months pregnant, was asleep alongside her husband and 3-year-old daughter when their home was reduced to rubble. The attack claimed the lives of the father and the young daughter, while Sabreen's mother suffered extensive injuries. Amidst the chaos of the aftermath, rescue workers found a faint heartbeat, a glimmer of life in the womb of the dying mother. Rushing to the hospital, doctors performed an emergency cesarean section, delivering baby Sabreen into a world of conflict and terror. Born prematurely and weighing just 3 pounds, Sabreen was in severe respiratory distress. Her tiny body was placed in an incubator, her life hanging by a thread, as the doctors described her condition as critical. The child who should have been safe in her mother's womb was instead fighting a battle of survival in an incubator. Despite the valiant efforts of the medical team, Sabreen's fight ended on a Thursday, her life a mere flicker in the darkness of the ongoing conflict. She was buried next to her mother, whose name she bore, a silent testament to the devastation of war. Sabreen was not alone in her fate. She was one of 16 children who lost their lives in 2 airstrikes in Rafah that weekend. The bombardment targeted their homes, their safe havens turned into death traps. The Israel Defense Forces claimed they were targeting Hamas fighters and infrastructure, but the victims were mostly women and children. The conflict in Gaza has claimed over 34,000 lives since it began, 2/3 of which are women and children. Amidst the staggering numbers, the story of baby Sabreen serves as a stark reminder of the human cost. As we mourn Sabreen, we must remember the countless other children and families caught in the crossfire. The story of Sabreen is not an isolated incident, but a reflection of the harsh reality faced by millions in conflict-ridden regions. As the conflict escalates and plans for a ground assault on Rafah loom, the fate of the 1.4 million people seeking shelter hangs in the balance. The world watches and waits, hoping for a resolution that values human life and dignity over political gains. In the midst of a conflict that has claimed thousands of lives, the story of baby Sabreen serves as a stark reminder of the human cost. It is a plea for peace, a call for humanity, and a demand for a world where newborns do not have to fight for survival before their first breath.